These recordings show 3 county deputies explaining what happened while they were in the room with City Officer Austin McGee. We have another video made by the alleged victim who eventually complained about Officer McGee.
Do I feel justice was done? No, I do not. Do I have any control over that? No, I do not.
Lincoln County Sheriff Marie Blackwelder is upset. He doesn't like the way his law enforcement colleagues at the Fayetteville Police Department are punishing Officer Austin McGee. Blackwelder says McGee crossed the line.
He simply was the one that caused this issue, and he's the one I've got to deal with. If I don't deal with this situation, then I have put my employees in a hostile work environment.
Blackwelder demanded a meeting with city leaders. City Administrator Scott Collins says their hands are tied.
The Board of Mayor and Aldermen are not to be involved in any personnel issues. This has been explained to the sheriff, and yet he keeps pushing for a public outcry or whatever on our officers. And yet, you know, he's singling out the one for some reason.
What you're seeing in this video is an interview room at the Fayetteville Police Department. Investigators recorded their effort to get to the bottom of what happened at the sheriff's office. A woman working at the sheriff's office accused Officer McGee of making sexually inappropriate comments in front of her. Part of McGee's day-to-day duties often sends him to the sheriff's office where his female accuser works. We won't show you the woman or reveal her name, but even she admits deputies were typically in the office when McGee showed up.
Right.
That's Sheriff Deputy David Houck talking about what he heard. Houck says the woman warned all the men in the room she didn't want to hear about their sexual conquest.
So you've heard her tell Austin that?
I can't say for certain. But I mean, I've heard. I mean, she still knows. You know, they tell her, you know, watch your mouth, things like that.
Back to Officer McGee. He may be familiar to you. He's the cop who complained about Fayetteville's then fire chief using the N-word. Sheriff Blackwelder acknowledges he's close friends with the now retired fire chief Danny Travis.
I know that this occurred right towards the end of all of that mess they had going on then. I did talk to the district attorney prior to filing this complaint, and he said to handle it just like I would any other time.
The timeline is troublesome to some. The sexual harassment complaint came to the attention of City Hall just 2 business days before Travis handed over his retirement letter. Investigators viewed a text sent by the alleged sexual harassment victim. The text suggests she waited until McGee would be the only one caught when she made her own cell phone recording. Sheriff Blackwelder tells me he turned down an offer to meet with City Administrator Scott Collins. Blackwelder says he wants to meet with all City Council members to see where everyone stands. Reporting in the studio, Brittany Collins, Wade 31 News.